name was Kathy O'Grady, a natural Mendocino lady. I picked her up hitching on the road to Casper. Had a personal question to ask her. She said, come up to my cabin on the mountain above. I went up and I fell in love. Next morning, asked her if she'd be my wife. She told me her philosophy of life. She said, it's just a thing I do to while away an hour or two. Let me warn you before you're too involved, this ain't the place to get your problems solved. She said, it's just a game I play to get me through a Mendocino rainy day. She said, Bob, it ain't no reflection on you. It's just a thing I do. It's just a thing I do. She said, I'm sorry you flew all the way from Paris. Sorry you sold your chateau. Sorry you sent out all those wedding invitations. But that's the way things go. Go back to your wife and your kids. She said, go back before you're sorry for what you did. She said, don't worry, honey, I won't lose no sleep. But you better leave now before you're in too deep. She said, just the thing I do. I've done it to quite a few. Hey, does it make you any less of a man to realize you were a one-night stand? It's just a game I play to get me through a Mendocino rainy day. She said, baby, quit looking for the reason or rhyme. You fellas do it to us all the time. It's just the thing I do to while away an hour or two. She said, Bob, it ain't no reflection on you. It's just the thing I do, I do. It's just the thing I do, I do. It's just the thing I do. Yes, Mr. Rodgers, I'm living in sin with your daughter. No, Mr. Rodgers, we don't have separate rooms. Mr. Rodgers, I see you could use one more scotch and water. Ah, gee, Mr. Rodgers, do you have to be leaving so soon? No, Mr. Rodgers, ain't found a job, but I'm looking. I thought, Mr. Rodgers, that you'd know times are tight. Yes, Mr. Rodgers, she works, but I do the cooking. No, Mr. Rodgers, I won't step outside and fight. I hope that Mrs. Rodgers' cold gets better, and maybe she could phone sometime or write her daughter a letter. No, Mr. Rodgers, thank you a lot for the offer. If she wanted a ring, I think I could buy one myself. But you see that she's pleased with a plain string of beads that I bought her. Oh no, Mr. Rodgers, your daughter ain't going to hell. Ah, yes, Mr. Rodgers, I'm living in sin with your daughter. No, Mr. Rodgers, we don't have separate rooms. Mr. Rodgers, I see you could use one more scotch and water. Ah, gee, Mr. Rodgers, do you have to be leaving so soon? I'm leaving for the last time. Don't need this lonely pastime of stumbling through the words I know you're waiting up to hear. I'm packing up my suitcase, packed full of bright tomorrows. If I can't share your love, I just won't sit and wear your sorrows one more aching day.
I don't know where we lost it. I don't know where the love went, or where the hope was all spent and the sweetness turned to pain. We cried and cried our leaving. We sighed and sighed our grieving, and played a losing game when not a chance remained that we might hope to find our way.
I'm leaving as the wind blows. Don't watch me from your windows. Don't try to shackle me with eyes and sighs of might have been. Your tears don't work no longer. Tomorrow's call is stronger. And wrong or right, I know your need has cost me more than I could ever hope to pay. Don't look at me with hunger. I can't fill that aching, quaking place. It's got no name, it's just the place you live. You'll find some other lonely traveler to deposit with you more than me, much more than I could ever hope to give. I'm leaving for the last time. Don't need this lonely pastime of stumbling through the words I know you're waiting up to hear. I'm packing up my suitcase, packed full of bright tomorrows. If I can't share your love, I just won't sit and wear your sorrows one more aching day. There's an army of children who gathered in the night And they are your sons and daughters who've been wounded by the light. And they rise up angry singing this song. Call, how long can this go on and on and on? It's the peaceful one inside us whose time it is to die. Words are words and guns are guns, the children cry. Will you give us just one reason to survive? Will you give us just one reason to survive? Or are you just a little numb, 'cause it's gone on for so long? Can you still feel the pain as they engrave your name again on the weapons that they choose? And what the hell is left to lose? 'Cause when your back's against the wall, you're gonna fall. You ask me why the river's running blood red to the sea. It's because your sons and daughters don't know any more than me about why the bombs still come screaming down and fall. Why the bombs still come screaming down at all. It's the peaceful one inside us whose time it is to die. Words are words and guns are guns, the children cry. Will you give us just one reason to survive? Will you give us just one reason to survive? Or are you just a little numb, 'cause it's gone on for so long? Can you still feel the pain as they engrave your name again on the weapons that they make? And what the hell is left to take? 'Cause when your back's against the wall, you're gonna fall. There's an army of children who gathered in the night, and they are your sons and daughters who've been wounded by the light. And they rise up angry singing this song. Called, how long can this go on and on and on? Called, how long can this go on and on and on? I was out on the street, and who should I meet but a sweet singing, street singing, praise the Lord band. They were children of Jesus. They said, friend, it would please us if you'd stop for a minute and lend us a hand to sing, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. As I stumble and fall, Lord, I can't find my way at all. All of your children afraid of the dark, we're begging, please turn on your light. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. I said, tell me, my friend, have you been born again? Are you serving up pieces of pie in the sky? 'Cause I'm feeling so down, I need helping right now. I can't wait for your sweet by and by. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. As I stumble and fall, Lord, I can't find my way at all. All of your children afraid of the dark, we're begging, please turn on your light. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. Sing the song with me. Rock me, sweet Jesus. Rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. As I stumble and fall, as I stumble and fall. Lord, I can't find my way at all. Lord, I can't find my way at all. All of your children afraid of the dark. All of your children afraid of the dark. We're begging, please turn on your light. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. So I called up Marie. I said, Marie, are you free? It's a cold and I'm looking for some place that's warm. Don't fret, she said, as she cradled my head. Will it help if I hold you tonight in my arms and sing, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. As I stumble and fall, as I stumble and fall. Lord, I can't find my way at all. Lord, I can't find my way at all. All of your children afraid of the dark. We're begging, please turn on your light. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. Sing it again. Rock me, sweet Jesus. Rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. As I stumble and fall, Lord, I can't find my way at all. Lord, I can't find my way at all. All of your children afraid of the dark. All of your children afraid of the dark. We're begging, please turn on your light. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus. Rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. Oh, rock me, sweet Jesus, come rock me tonight. Last night I heard Josh White playing from somewhere on the other side, in an orchard full of strange fruit hanging. With his head thrown back, he stood there singing. He snapped those strings till his fingers bled. He bent those notes till his guitar wept. Now he's part of the heavenly choir, where all of the poor restless souls can be found. Ain't that a heavenly choir? Ain't that a hell of a sound? Then I heard Hank Williams moaning, so lonesome he could cry, telling of ways that life can hurt you, telling of women who love and desert you, showing us ways that a man can die like a poor whippoorwill who's too blue to fly. Now he's part of the heavenly choir, where all of the poor restless souls can be found. Ain't that a heavenly choir? Ain't that a hell of a sound? And I heard sweet Janice singing, oh Pearl, wailing high, sailing wide, telling of trials that soon she'll end, singing, say, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? saying this chorus, I better start cooking fast. And if I can't sing lead, you can all kiss my ass. Now she's part of the heavenly, yes she is, where all of the poor restless souls can be found. Ain't that a heavenly choir? Ain't that a hell of a sound? Sing it again. Part of the heavenly choir. Part of the heavenly choir, where all of the poor restless souls can be found. Ain't that a heavenly choir? Ain't that a hell of a sound? Yes, it is. Ain't that a hell of a sound? Heading south from Mendocino to descend on Sausalito, to old desperados driving like the falling rain. Bound to see the lights and ladies, hug 'em up and kiss their babies, dance along the sparkling streets that lie beyond the Frisco Bay. Brenda gave us chicken curry, told us, boys, now don't you hurry. All the clocks in Petaluma all had broken down. So off we drove through mud and laughter, Brenda naked running after, yelling, take along some fruit, and Bobby, you forgot your boots. We started drinking in Mill Valley, stopped at Sausalito Sally's. She works at the no-name bar and gives us drinks for free. Crossed the Golden Gate and almost hit a drunken passing lamppost. I wonder if we've got the brakes to hold against these hills. Stopped to have a drink at Perry's, broke my heart, broke up a marriage. Please believe me, officer, I tripped and fell on top of her. I can't recall the drinking gourd or being thrown out through the door of that Polk Street party that we weren't invited to. I met a beauty at Enrico's, I rent a cheapy room at Chico's. Find out she's a guy, well honey, since we already paid our money. Tourists in the North Beach clip joints, lady restless Broadway strip joints. Can you spare some change or would you like to buy a lid? See the way the shuffle goes from Chinatown to porno shows. Feed the long-haired street musicians, dancing with the Hare Krishnas. Heading back to Mendocino, cross the bridge through Sausalito, to old desperados weaving through the falling rain. Bound to see our own old ladies, hug 'em up and kiss our babies, crawl in bed and tell 'em it's so good to be back home again. La 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 la, da 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 da. She's a good woman, I ain't blaming her, but she never was much of a friend. She went to Paris, diamonds and furs, and me, I went cuckoo again, cuckoo again, cuckoo again. Hide all the babies, lock up the ladies, take away his shoelaces, he's making strange faces. Somebody call up his friend, say the yo-yo's gone cuckoo again. They're a good family, one of the best. Lord knows I ain't blaming them, but they wanted a son in a suit and a vest. Me, I went cuckoo again, cuckoo again, cuckoo again. Hide all the babies, lock up the ladies, take away his shoelaces, he's making strange faces. Somebody call up his friend, say the yo-yo's gone cuckoo again. Was a good job, didn't mind the pay, but they wanted me in around 10. That took the heart right out of my day. And me, I went cuckoo again, cuckoo again, cuckoo again. Hide all the babies, lock up the ladies, take away his shoelaces, he's making strange faces. Somebody call up his friend, say the yo-yo's gone cuckoo again. You're all good people, you're some of the best, but you listen a while and then you go off and listen to somebody else. And me, I go cuckoo again, cuckoo again, cuckoo again. Hide all the babies, lock up your ladies, take away his shoelaces, he's making strange faces. Somebody call up his friend, say the yo-yo's gone cuckoo again. It's those middle-aged groupies, second-hand stars, shine in their memories like second-hand cars, planning their comebacks in kitchens and bars. Those middle-aged groupies and second-hand stars. Soon as he can get his shit together, gonna quit his job, write some songs. He'll call and get the old group back together. They'll be right on top before too long. Meanwhile, 1,000 miles away, as soon as all the kids get a little bit older, she's gonna lose some weight and fix her hair. 'Cause back in '59, that cowboy told her he'd be proud to take her anywhere. And it's those middle-aged groupies and second-hand stars, shine in their memories like second-hand cars, planning their comebacks in kitchens and bars. Those middle-aged groupies and second-hand stars. Soon as he can fix his 12-string Martin, soon as he can save a little cash, he'll get some transplant hair and starting to pick up all the pieces of the past. Meanwhile, 1,000 miles away, she recalls that small motel room outside of Denver. Said he wrote that sweet song just for her. Maybe if she wrote him, he'd remember. Things could be the way that they once were. But now it's late, time she started supper. It's funny how the time slips quickly past, while 1,000 miles away a Buick's honking. He gets up, goes out to pump some gas, singing, it's those middle-aged groupies, second-hand stars, shining their memories like second-hand cars, planning their comebacks in kitchens and bars. Since old middle-aged groupies and second-hand stars. You know, gang, if it wasn't for middle-aged groupies, some of us wouldn't have no fans at all. No Christmas gift I've ever come by, whether trains or homemade socks, has haunted me like one sweet orange and some candy in a box. Several years ago at Christmas, I remember it so well. I spent a very lonely Christmas inside a lonely prison cell. I'd been working in Toronto in a folk-song coffee shop. It was hot and it was smoky, I just didn't know how hot. I had a run-in with the Mounties, RCMP was their name. They didn't look like Sergeant Preston, and they didn't act the same. They had a stack of wants and warrants, big enough to make a book. And they were mad about my smoking and some other stuff I took. And so the magistrate presided, and he set a monstrous bail. I said, Judge, I stand here busted. I got hustled off to jail. The next 4 months were quite a party, lots of time to meditate. It's a different world in prison. It's a different kind of wage. It was early in November I first heard him tell the tale about the Sally Army's visit every Christmas time in jail. A great annual occasion, a great Yuletide salute. Silent night and seedy Santa, box of candy and a piece of fruit. Yes, a box of Christmas candy and a navel orange to boot. I heard the old cons talk about it. Box of candy and a piece of fruit. Till I could almost taste the candy, I could almost smell the fruit. Every day a little closer, box of candy and a piece of fruit. Till I had a great misfortune, worse than all my time in jail. 23rd day of December, lousy judge lowered my bail. He did it in the Christmas spirit. My friends and family raised the loot, never knowing I'd be losing my box of candy and my piece of fruit. So Virginia, if there's a Santa, and if Santa ain't too mean, he owes me a box of candy and a fucking tangerine. There once was a boy named Gimme Some Roy. He was nothing like me or you, 'cause laying back and getting high was all he cared to do. As a kid, he sat in the cellar, sniffing airplane glue. Then he smoked banana peels when that was the thing to do. He tried aspirin and Coca-Cola. He breathed helium on the sly. And his life became an endless search to find the perfect high. But grass just made him want to lay back and eat chocolate chip pizza all night. And the great things he wrote when he was stoned looked like shit in the morning light. Speed just made him rap all day. Reds laid him too far back. Cocaine rose was sweet to his nose, but the price nearly broke his back. He tried PCP, he tried THC, but they didn't quite do the trick. Poppers nearly blew his heart. Mushrooms made him sick. Acid made him see the light, but he didn't remember it long. Hash was a little too weak, and smack was a lot too strong. Quaaludes made him stumble. Booze just made him cry. And then he heard of a cat named Baba Fats who knew of the perfect high. Now Baba Fats was a hermit cat, lived high up in Nepal, high on a craggy mountaintop, up a sheer and icy wall. But hell, says Roy, I'm a healthy boy, and I'll crawl or climb or fly till I find that guru who'll give me the clue as to what's the perfect high. So out and off goes Gimme Some Roy to the land that knows no time, up a trail no man could conquer, to a cliff no man could climb. For 14 years he climbs that cliff, back down again he'd slide, sit and he'd cry and he'd climb some more, pursuing the perfect high. Grinding his teeth, coughing blood, aching and shaking and weak, starving and sore, bleeding and tore, he reaches the mountain peak. His eyes blink red like a snow-blind wolf, and he snarls the snarl of a rat, as there, in repose and wearing no clothes, sits the godlike Baba Fats. What's happening, Fats? Says Roy with joy. I've come to state my biz. I hear you're hip to the perfect trip. Please tell me what it is. For you can see, says Roy to he, I'm about to die. So for my last ride, tell me how can I achieve the perfect high? Well, dog my cats, says Baba Fats, another burned out soul who's looking for an alchemist to turn his trip to gold. It isn't in a dealer's stash or on a druggist's shelf. Son, if you would find the perfect high, find it in yourself. Why, you jive, motherfucker, said Roy. I climbed through rain and sleet. I froze 3 fingers off my hands and 4 toes off my feet. I braved the lair of the polar bear. I tasted the maggot's kiss. Now you tell me the high is in myself. What kind of shit is this? My ears before they froze off, said Roy. I'd heard all kinds of crap, but I didn't climb for 14 years to hear your sophomore rap. And I didn't climb up here to hear that the high is on the natch. Now you tell me what the real stuff is, or I'll kill your guru ass. Okay, says Baba Fats. You're forcing it out of me. There is a land beyond the sun that's known as Zaboli, a wretched land of stone and sand where snakes and buzzards scream, and in that devil's garden blooms the mystic tsutsu tree. And once every 10 years it blooms one flower as white as the Key West sky. And he who eats of the tsutsu flower shall know the perfect high. For the rush comes on like a tidal wave, hits like the blazing sun, and the high it lasts forever, and the down don't never come. But Zaboli land is ruled by a giant who stands 12 cubits high, with eyes of red in his 100 heads. He waits for the passerby, and you must slay the red-eyed giant and swim the river of slime, where the mucus beasts await to feast on those who journey by. And if you slay the giant and beasts and swim the slimy sea, there's a blood-drinking witch who sharpens her teeth as she guards the tsutsu tree. To hell with you witches and giants, says Roy. To hell with the beasts of the sea. As long as the tsutsu flower still blooms, hope still blooms for me. With tears of joy in his sun-blind eyes, he slips the guru a 5, and he crawls off down the mountainside, pursuing the perfect high. Well, that is that, says Baba Fats, sitting back down on his stone, facing another 1,000 years of talking to God alone. Yes, Lord, it's all the same. Old men or bright-eyed youth. It's always easier to sell them some shit than it is to tell them the truth.